Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Shannon with the Trading Card Trove, and we've got another Pokemon battle between Alanna and I for you. Today I'm using the Charizard EX League Battle deck. That's a level 3 deck. I'll throw up the deck list on the screen right now so you can take a look at what I've got. And Alanna's playing the Dragapult EX League Battle deck, also straight out of the box. Here's what that deck looks like. Now, I know these are level 3 league battle decks, but don't worry, this video is still super beginner friendly. I'll be reflecting on my turns, explaining decisions, and pointing out teaching moments along the way. So if you're learning the game, this is a great place to start. And if you're excited for the battle or want more trading card game content, go ahead and subscribe. You'll be ready for more matches in no time. I roll the dice, Alanna calls odd, but we land on even. So before the game starts, we know that I'm going first.
I'll go first. I'll go first. All right, you ready to start?
Always got to throw a handshake in there in the beginning to show the respect for your
My deck's
opponent.
upside down again. Always.
We each draw 7 cards to start and look for basic Pokemon in our hand. As you can see, Alanna doesn't have any basic Pokemon, so she's shuffling her hand and she's going to put it back into her deck to redraw. That's called a mulligan. And once she tells me about her mulligan, I'm going to be able to draw an extra card. Since my hand's all set up and ready to go, I'm going to draw my 6 prize cards. Remember, prize cards are how you win the game. Once you collect all your prize cards by knocking out your opponent's Pokemon, you win. But that's just one of the winning conditions for a Pokemon game. If your opponent runs out of cards in their deck and can't draw at the start of their turn, you win. And if they run out of time and you're keeping track of time, then you win. Lastly, if you knock out your opponent's active Pokemon and they don't have any Pokemon on the bench to replace them with, you win. We'll speed it up here a little bit while Alanna sets up her prize cards.
This is good. All right, lover. You ready to get started? All right, let's go.
Each turn begins by drawing a card into your hand. The one exception is the first player on the very first turn. They skip the draw step. On that same turn, you're also restricted from attacking, evolving, or playing a supporter card. This makes the opening move more about establishing your board position rather than going on the offensive. I can, however, play item cards as you see me play the Ultra Ball. I discard 2 cards from my hand and then it lets me look for any Pokemon from my deck. I am going to pull out a Charizard EX. I don't know if you noticed, but I have a rare candy in my hand. So that means on my next turn, I could possibly evolve Charmander, as long as Alanna doesn't do something to mess with my hand.
Okay, put it in my hands. Discard Ultra Ball. I'm going to attach to turn to Charmander.
Players are able to attach 1 energy from hand every turn, unless you have some kind of card or ability that says otherwise.
All right. Draw for turn. Okay, cool. Play a Buddy Poffin.
Alanna plays a Buddy Poffin, which is an item card, and it allows her to search her deck for up to 2 basic Pokemon with 70 HP or less and put them directly on her bench. After she does that, she has to shuffle her deck.
Nice, you already got a Pheasantipity down. Yeah, pretty cool. I'm going to grab this guy. Not 2. And this guy. Tatsugiri. Oh boy. What's Tatsugiri's ability?
Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is in the active spot, you may look at the top 6 cards of your deck, reveal a supporter card you find there, and put it into your hand. Shuffle the other cards back into your deck.
Whew.
It's always okay to ask your opponent what a card says, or you can pick it up and read it yourself. It's really important to know all the abilities of all the Pokemon on the board, even if they're not your own.
Guys. And then I'm also going to play another.
Alanna plays another Buddy Poffin, and it brings up a good point. You can play as many item cards as you want during your turn. The only thing you're limited to is supporter cards. You only can play 1 supporter card per turn.
And grab another of this guy.
Okay. Wow. Stack bench, y'all.
Stack.
You can put basic Pokemon from your hand onto your bench, but you can only have 5 Pokemon on your bench. From there, you can evolve them into Stage 1 and Stage 2 Pokemon. But to add a Pokemon to your bench, there has to be less than 5 Pokemon on there, and it has to be a basic Pokemon.
I'm going to... Actually, that's it for me.
Alanna has a few cards in her hand that she could have played, but she decides not to play them, looking to hold on to them for the next round. I'm really glad to top deck a Buddy Buddy Poffin, so I can look through my deck and find 2 Pokemon with 70 HP or less and add them to my bench, so my Charmander's not sitting out all alone there anymore.
And Charmander.
I get a Pidgey because I really want to get a Pidgey at EX on my bench because it has a great ability. And then I grab another Charmander. You know, it's always better to have multiple heavy hitters, and Charizard EX is the real big attacker in my deck.
Put them on the bench. Discard Buddy Buddy Pop. Rare Candy into my Charizard.
I'm starting to feel really good about this game. To have a Charizard EX all set up on my second turn, not much more I can ask for.
Search your deck for up to 3 basic fire energy and attach them to your Pokemon in any way you like.
Since I played the Charizard EX from my hand, I get to use its Infernal Rain ability, which allows me to find 3 basic fire energy cards from my deck and attach them to my Pokemon in any way I like. I'm going to go ahead and attach 1 to Charizard EX so that he has a total of 2, and then I'll attach the other 2 to my new Charmander on the bench.
Shuffling. I'm gonna attach 1 to Charizard, 2 to Charmander. I'm going to Professor's Research, discard my hand.
It's always nice when you get to play a Professor's Research and you don't have many cards in your hand to discard. I feel like you're wasting a lot less cards, but it doesn't always work out that way.
Let's go. I'm going to put Moltres on the bench. And I'm going to play Artisan.
Artisan is an example of a stadium card. A stadium card can be played by either player, but both players are allowed to use the benefits from it as long as they meet the conditions for that card.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Another Charmander in this house. Then I'm gonna evolve this Charmander and Chameleon.
Making these videos is definitely making me a better player. That was actually an illegal move. My turn has been so long that I forgot I started the turn with Buddy Buddy Poffin, and I benched that Pidgey and that first Charmander. I'm not allowed to evolve a Pokemon on the turn I played it. So that's my bad here. Let's learn from this mistake.
Evolve this Natu into Zatu.
Nozu.
I'm going to flip the script.
Okay.
Since you killed a Dreepy.
Flip the Script is Pheasantipity EX's ability, and it allows the player to draw 3 cards if their Pokemon was knocked out by an attack the round before that.
I'm going to evolve this guy as well. I'm going to use the Tatsugiri's ability, attract customers. So I'm going to look at the top 6 cards. 3, 5, 6.
Real quick, I just want to thank you guys for being here. If you haven't already, please drop a like on this video. It really helps the video get pushed in the algorithm. And if you find any value in my content, don't forget to subscribe. I'm trying to make videos as often as possible while I'm learning the TCG. Using Tatsugiri's Attract Customers ability, Alanna is able to look at the top 6 cards of her deck and reveal a supporter she finds there. That's why she was able to take that Arven.
I think so. I'm going to use an Ultra Ball. Discard this Rescue Ball and Iono.
Oh, it's scary that Iono was in your hand. Glad it's not anymore, but still.
Haha, joke's on me. Alanna has another Iono in her hands.
Dragapult.
I'm gonna evolve this Treepy.
What's his ability? Dragapult.
Once during your turn, you may look at the top 2 cards of your deck, put one of them into your hand, put the other card on the bottom of your deck.
Okay.
Always ask clarification if you don't know an ability or how the card is played.
I am going to play this Unfair Stamp.
Oh gosh.
You can use this card only if any of your Pokemon were knocked out during your opponent's last turn. Each player shuffles their hand into their deck. Then you draw 5 cards and your opponent draws 2 cards.
Most cards in the Pokemon deck are limited to 4 copies of each, except for Basic Energy. However, that pink card is an Ace Spec card, and you can only have 1 Ace Spec card in your deck.
Yeah, I've been on the receiving end of the Unfair Stamp a couple times. It's not great. 3, 4.
I guess this is probably the best case.
So I went from having a bunch of cards in my hand to just 2.
I'm going to Ultra Ball. And I'm going to get rid of a Buddy Buddy Poffin and a Natu. What was that? Oh, your phone?
Maybe it means it's fully charged.
Cool. Put him into my hand. I am going to use Recon Drive. Grab this Tatsugiri. Let's get it back in here. And I'm going to use an Arven because I haven't used a supporter yet.
Okay.
Item card and Pokemon tool.
Alanna's really good about following the rules and remembering what card she plays, but it's also the other person's responsibility to pay attention to that. Arven lets Alanna look for a Pokemon tool and an item card. She ends up grabbing an Earthen Vessel and a TMD evolution.
And that's my turn.
All right. Draw for turn.
See this?
You shaking? Oh, from the coffee, dang. I am going to Professor's Research. Discard that.
You've had some good luck with that.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh boy.
No, it was just funny. My hand is funny.
Oh.
All right. Well, I'm going.
What a dum-dum.
Ultra Ball.
You know what I forgot to do?
What?
I have 2 clairvoyant senses that I just didn't.
Oh, what do they do?
Once during your turn, you may attach a basic a psychic energy card from your hand to one of your bench. Oh, well, it works out because I didn't have.
Okay,
So that.
She might not have had any energy in her hand, but she did have an earthen vessel. Was this a misplay on Alanna's part? Let me know in the comments.
To Ultra. Oh yeah, so now I have to find my card that I want to grab.
Gee, I wonder what she's gonna grab.
I grab a Charizard and I put it on the evolution for Charmeleon.
Gonna use your Infernal Rain.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna use my Infernal Rain so I can grab 1, 2. I'm just gonna do 2. Put them on Charmander. I'm going to
Okay, buddy.
I'm gonna attach this Pokemon tool to Charizard, and I'm gonna use TM Evolution, so I get to choose 2 of my bench Pokemon and get their evolutions.
You got one more.
What?
Over there. One more card.
Oh, thank you. I'm gonna get... Where'd you go? I just see you. I just... Pidgeotto. And... Charmeleon. Okay. My deck getting a little thin.
Yeah, it's a little thin.
But I am pretty set up.
Mm-hmm. You stacked. You stacked.
Okay. And that's my turn because I use an attack.
Okay. Drawing turn. Okay.
Alanna has cards that she can play from her hand, but it's usually a better idea to use abilities that let you draw more cards, like the Tatsugiri's ability,
Customers.
so that you can make
Ability.
the best decision for the hand that you will have.
6.
I wonder if you guys noticed that Alanna's unfair stamp, which she already played,
No
is in her
such
deck.
luck.
She realizes this later and removes it, so no harm, no foul.
I'm going to use Recon Drive. Oh, oops, I didn't have to reveal it, but it's actually okay. Because what I'm going to do is use Earthen Vessel, and I will discard that. Oops. I am going to attach for turn this guy.
Dragapult.
I'm going to use Clairvoyant Sense to also attach to Dragapult.
Let's see.
And then I'm going to draw 2 cards, because that's what he says. I'm going to evolve this Dragapult into Dragapult.
Okay.
And I'm going to play Arvin. Look for an item card in the Pokemon tool. shuffled that into my hand instead of into the deck. So
Oh.
I'm like, there can't be another one in here. All right. Item card, Pokemon tool. What do you want? I'm going to attach this rescue board to Dragapult. And that's my turn.
Okay. Going to draw for turn. No way. No way. I'm gonna Ultra Ball. I'm gonna discard Moltres and Basic Energy. I'm gonna get a Pidgeot. And while I'm in here, I'm gonna use Quick Search ability so I can look for a card for my deck. I'm gonna grab this.
This is a good reason why thinking through your play is important. If I had used the Ultra Ball just to get the Charizard, I wouldn't have been able to evolve my Pidgeot. But since I used the Ultra Ball to get Pidgeot, I was then able to use Pidgeot's ability to find the Charizard EX. So I go from being able to find one Pokemon to two.
Draw 2, 4, 5 cards. Alright. And I'll attack Tatsugiri for the knockout.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to draw for turn. I'll use Artisan to find a basic bench. Kind of a dreamy boy. I'm also going to use Flip the Script.
Some abilities stack, meaning if you have multiple of that Pokemon, you can use that ability multiple times. Phesandipity's Flip the Script does not do that, so there doesn't really make any sense to have more than one Phasandipity on your bench, unless you need it and you don't have another Pokemon and that's all you have to put down. But you can only use the Flip the Script ability once per turn, no matter how many Phesandipities you have.
For turn 2 Dreepy.
The Dragapult deck plays both Fire and Psychic Energy, while the Charizard deck just plays Fire Energy. I find it easier to manage resources when there's only one energy type. Not that I chose how this deck is set up. But let me know in the comments, do you find there to be any difference between having multiple types of energy and the difficulty of managing your resources?
So you get the knockout, right?
So I get the knockout. And then I'll do
6 damage. Six
Yeah,
damage
60.
to the active.
Yeah.
So Dragapult's Phantom Dive does 6 damage counters to the benched Pokemon in any way you like. So that Charizard was actually on the bench still, even though I had physically moved it up to the active spot. So that's why I said the active Charizard, but Alanna definitely put the damage counters on in the correct way. I just moved the Charizard a little bit too soon.
For
Yeah,
prize
so
code, you do
210?
210. So I'm gonna Boss's Orders your Pheasantipity up and knock them out with.
Boss's Orders is a card that you'll see in just about every single Pokemon TCG deck. The ability to switch the opponent's Pokemon at any time is really, really awesome. As you can see here, it gets me 2 prize cards.
turn. I'm going to clear candy. I'm going to. All right, so I'm going to Iona. Babe. Iona.
Oh, right. Wait, what? Come on now. I had 8 cards in my hand. So shuffle them and put them on the bottom of my deck.
Iono is another one of those cards that you'll find in just about any deck. You can really disrupt your opponent's plan by messing with their cards. As you can see, I went from 8 cards in my hand to 2. So now my options for my next turn are extremely limited.
I'm gonna attach. I didn't attach, right? Yet? Energy?
No.
I'm gonna attach to,
What do you guys do to keep track of whether you did something or not during a turn? Higher level decks, these turns can last like 6, 7 cards, and sometimes I forget what I've done in the beginning of the round. What do you guys do?
and a Ultra Ball. Get rid of an Ultra Ball and a Dracloak.
Okay.
Nowhere. Know where it is.
Alanna was looking for a specific card there, and now she knows it's in her prize cards.
Okay. I'll draw for turn. I'll play Charmander just to back up my Charizards. And
Do 210.
do 210 to Tatsugiri for another prize card.
Sure. Alright, drawing for turn. Okay. Boss's orders. That Pidgeot over there.
Okay.
And then I'll do.
By the way, do you guys like these
200
new
and
dice?
60.
One of my best friends
he's
got
on
them for me for my
120.
birthday. I think they're really easy to see on camera.
And how much here? 200?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna retreat Pidgeot. She is no retreat cost. I'm gonna bring up this Charizard. I'm gonna boss's orders your Zatu up
Oh no.
and knock out Zatu for my last prize card.
Rats.
And that's it, guys. The Charizard EX deck got the W with a clutch boss's orders at the end to take out that Zatu. Hey, do me a favor and click one of these things.